It was a cold, rainy evening when I sat alone in my small apartment, staring at the ceiling. I felt trapped. No matter how hard I worked or how much I achieved, I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't enough. One day, I met someone who would alter my perspective forever. Her name was Maria, an older woman with a kind smile and a quiet strength. She seemed at peace with herself, no matter what life threw her way. Curious, I asked her, "How do you stay so calm and confident?" She smiled and said, "It's not the world you need to change. It's how you see yourself." The lessons that followed. Maria became a mentor of sorts, sharing ideas and habits that helped me shift my mindset. I want to share those lessons with you now because they changed how I saw myself, and they can do the same for you. Lesson 1. You are not your past. Maria told me, "Your past is a chapter, not the whole book. You can choose to rewrite your story anytime." For years, I've been carrying the weight of past mistakes, letting them define me. But her words helped me see that every day was a chance to start fresh. Action. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and focus on what you can do today. Lesson 2. Your worth isn't measured by others. I used to compare myself to everyone, colleagues, friends, even strangers. Maria taught me, comparison is like chasing someone else's shadow. You'll never catch it because it's not meant to be yours. Action. Focus on your unique strengths and value, and celebrate your journey, not someone else's. Lesson 3. Reframe negative thoughts. Whenever I failed at something, I'd think, "I'm not good enough." Maria taught me to ask instead, "What can I learn from this?" Failure stopped feeling like the end and started feeling like a stepping stone. Action. When a negative thought arises, challenge it. Look for the lesson or opportunity hidden within. Lesson 4. The power of gratitude. Maria gave me a small notebook and told me to write 3 things I was grateful for every day. At first, it felt silly, but over time, it transformed my perspective. Gratitude shifted my focus from what I lacked to what I had. Action. Start a gratitude journal and write in it daily. Lesson 5. Speak kindly to yourself. I used to speak to myself in ways I'd never speak to a friend. Maria said, "If you wouldn't say it to someone you love, don't say it to yourself." That simple shift changed how I treated myself. Action. Practice self-compassion. Speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement. A new mindset takes shape. Over time, these lessons became habits. I stopped seeing myself as a sum of my flaws and started seeing myself as a work in progress. I realized that I didn't have to be perfect to be worthy, and neither do you. The day everything changed. One day, as I walked past a mirror, I paused. For the first time, I didn't see someone who was not enough. I saw someone who was learning, growing, and becoming. It wasn't magic. It was mindset. And that shift in how I saw myself changed how I approached everything in life. My work, relationships, and even the way I handle challenges. The gift I want to share. Friend, the way you see yourself determines how you live your life. If you believe you're capable, worthy, and enough, you'll act accordingly. But if you're weighed down by doubt and fear, it's hard to move forward. You don't need anything outside of yourself to start this change. All you need is a willingness to see yourself in a new light and practice the lessons Maria taught me. Before Maria left that day, she told me something I've never forgotten. Your greatest power is not what you do, it's how you think. Change your mindset and you'll change your world. And she was right. The path of small changes. After Maria shared her wisdom, I realized that changing my mindset wasn't about making grand, sweeping transformations overnight. It was about small, consistent changes. She said, "Your mindset is like a garden. If you tend to it daily, it will bloom." At first, I struggled. I'd fall back into old habits of negative thinking or self-doubt. But each time, I remember Maria's advice: be patient with yourself. Growth takes time. Lesson 6. Detach from outcomes. One of the hardest things Maria taught me was to detach from the need to control everything. She explained, "You can't control how life unfolds, but you can control how you respond." There were moments when things didn't go my way. A failed project, a lost opportunity. Instead of spiraling, I began to ask, what can I do next? What's within my controls? Action. Focus on the effort, not the outcome. Trust that doing your best is enough. Lesson 7. Surround yourself with positivity. Maria told me, the people you spend time with shape how you see yourself. I began to notice how some relationships drained me while others lifted me. Slowly, I made changes, seeking out people who inspired, supported, and believed in me. Action. Evaluate your circle. Spend time with those who encourage your growth and distance yourself from negativity. Lesson 8. Celebrate the process. One evening, after sharing another frustrating day with Maria, she said, "Why do you wait to celebrate? Life is lived in the moments between goals." That hit me hard. I realized I'd been so focused on the destination that I forgot to appreciate the journey. Action. Celebrate progress, no matter how small. Each step forward is a victory, an unexpected test. One of the most profound lessons came during a particularly tough time. I lost a big job opportunity that I'd been working toward for months. It felt like the ground had been pulled out from under me. When I told Maria, she didn't offer pity. Instead, she asked, "What will you do now? Will this define you, or will it teach you?" I didn't answer immediately, but her words stayed with me. Over the next few weeks, I decided to use the setback as motivation. I refined my skills, explored new opportunities, and ultimately found a better path. Maria was right. That failure didn't define me. It redirected me. Lesson 9. Practice gratitude in tough times. When life feels overwhelming, it's easy to focus on what's going wrong. Maria taught me to shift my perspective by finding even the smallest reasons to be grateful. During difficult times, I started listing things that brought me comfort, a kind word from a friend, a warm cup of tea, or even just a sunny day. Gratitude became my anchor. Action. In moments of struggle, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Lesson 10. Build a legacy of confidence. Maria's final lesson was about leaving a legacy, not in the material sense, but in how we impact others. She said, "When you see yourself clearly, you inspire others to do the same." This idea stuck with me. I realized that by working on my mindset, I wasn't just changing my life. I was setting an example for those around me. Action. Be a source of positivity and encouragement for others. Your growth will inspire theirs. The day I became my own Maria, years later, someone came to me with the same question I'd once asked Maria. "How do you stay so calm and confident?" I smiled, remembering the rainy evening when my journey began. I shared the lessons, habits, and mindset shifts Maria had taught me, knowing they had the power to change another life.